Good morning. Welcome to TERRA at Home. We're here in the Waterdown location inside one of the greenhouses. I'm here with Amy Delminato, and we're talking, well, I guess this is the big weekend.
It is.
It's officially kicked off this morning.
Yes.
This is a big deal. This is when everybody's going out. They feel it's safe to get their plant life now and start planting.
Yeah, it's the weekend. It's the one that everybody knows. It's the planting weekend. If you're not camping, you're planting.
Sure, that's true. I kind of agree with that. Okay, so we always know the weather's still kind of iffy sometimes, even this time of year, but you know, it's really exciting because the plants have been growing, you guys have been nursing them, and now they're at their optimum. So we're going to talk about some of the trends and some of the colors and that we're seeing that are really hot for this season for people.
Yes, we are. There's quite a few things that we're doing here at TERRA, quite a few unique things. Matching planters to the hanging baskets, right down to the garden.
I like that idea. So meaning that if you have basically an annual in a planter, you can also buy that single and you can plant them all the way around through your garden.
Yeah.
And that basic color you can get all the way through, or that style all the way through.
Yes.
That's nice.
It's one thing that we all say, we don't have time nowadays, right?
Yes.
We don't have time to pick out our plants, plant our combination, and then wait for it to look as pretty as we want it to.
The summer's over sometimes by the time it's really looking good.
Yeah, so it's that instant gratification. You want it and you want it now.
Yep.
So you can come to TERRA and you can get your planter or your hanging basket already pre-grown for you. Looking beautiful, and then you can buy the annuals in a large size and put in your garden, and you have the instant look, right?
Oh, so that's cool.
Yeah, so it's a lot of people are really big on that right now, just getting it now. And so I've got a few examples that I brought here with me just to show you. We've got the hanging basket here, for instance, this beautiful red geranium for the sun.
Yep.
But right in front of me, I've also got the planter that matches that basket.
Yeah.
And I've got the TERRA-sized geranium that will go right in your garden.
See, that's
so
great.
Perfect look, complete look, and it took you 20 minutes to pick out versus the hour or two that you might spend.
That's great, because that's what I find. Like sometimes I'll just kind of coast, like I'm when I'm in, like same as I'm in a grocery store, I'm just coasting around. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, and I'm like, wait, did this have a matching plant? But at least now you know.
Yeah,
so you can come in here and you can
get it right away.
Cool. All right, so we're looking at red there, but really one of the top color trends this year is orange, and again, it goes right off of Pantone, of course, listing tangerine as being the color of the year.
Exactly.
It goes through interior design and, of course, landscaping and softscaping, hardscaping, whatever. You're starting to see orange.
Yes, you are, absolutely. And quite often what a lot of people want to do is say choose something like this with the orange in it and then change up their patio cushions that year to an orange and get that complete look.
Yeah.
And you can do that at TERRA. So we've done a lot in orange, a lot of different combinations this year in orange, and a lot of really bright and hard contrasting colors we've worked with, because I'm sure people are seeing in the stores lots of bright green, bright pink, bright orange, those colors. So
and
we've
throwing them together.
Yeah, and using them together because they look fantastic together. So we've done that in a lot of our combinations this year, so you will see a lot of really bright things this year at TERRA.
I like that idea, and I guess what I also like about TERRA is that, again, you can pick out your plant life, and as you're saying, dressing up your patio furniture and all that, we also have, the textiles too, so you can go and you can get, really great placemats and napkins and fun little things to add to the whole overall look right here. Yeah,
it's the cost-efficient way of changing up your outdoor living space, right? Yeah. So you can have the matching orange umbrella, matching patio cushions right down to your garden. Yeah. And it's very inexpensive.
Sure it is.
Change up every year, right?
Yeah, that's great. So, okay, so let's talk a bit about maybe some of the planting trends. One thing that you guys do a really great job of is making sure that the basket's full. And that's what I like too, right? So you're getting height and you're getting fullness and that whole, I love that, just falling over,
it's
the
sort
cascading.
Of the principles that we work on. We always have a thriller, so that unique something in the back of your planter. Okay. So a nice grass, a nice tropical plant of some sort, big canna lily, something like that. And we call it our thriller. So that's the thrill in your planter. It's excitement. And then you always have some kind of filler. So in this planter, we use the geraniums and this yellow bidden as sort of a filler. Yep. They'll fill out the body of the planter, and then this red million bell is going to trail right down the planter. So you're going to have the look right from the top right down to the bottom of your planter. And
that's what I've really learned from having had baskets from TERRA over the years, and seeing how that really develops through the summer. And once you see once they get into August and they're just so full and happening through September. And they're so gorgeous. Again, it's nice to already come in and have them started for you so that it looks already fantastic, and so you can really enjoy the color throughout the entire summer.
Yes, you can. And there's some people who do really enjoy the actual hands-on, I'm going to build it myself. Yeah. And we have all of the components that you need. We've got a whole section of thrillers with 40 different thrillers type thing, and we've got all our different fillers and all of our trailers and tons and tons.
Yes. Some people really want to get kind of their hands in the dirt and kind of feel like, you know, you used to do that as a kid, you don't do it anymore. So
you don't see the exact combination you like, you can definitely make it at TERRA.
Yeah, and of course you guys can help kind of to make sure, I mean, everything's obviously tagged, but you can really make sure that you know what you're combining so that not everything's growing upright and you're covering. And
and there's definitely people in TERRA that will help you. We can even build it for you. So if you don't see what you're looking for, by all means, come in, talk to one of our custom planters at the desk, and they will help you build it.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool idea.
You get exactly what you want.
The one thing I noticed too that you guys, well, we should actually talk about this. This is pretty cool. Okay. This is considered a black petunia.
Yeah, it's one of the black petunias. There's 3 different ones that we carry. But yeah, black. Last year black was paired with yellow, so you saw a lot of black and yellow. And this year we've sort of taken a spin on it, and we're doing black with hot pink and lime green. So you'll see a huge collection of black, hot pink, and lime green this year. And
that's the thing. It's, you know, it's either you love it or hate it, right? But I mean, I think they're gorgeous. Anyone I've talked to thinks they're amazing.
Couldn't get enough of them last year.
Really?
So, absolutely. People really loved them last year. So we've taken the new spin. We've thrown out a different line this year and used it in a different way. So
I love it. That's very cool. And again, you pair whatever you want with if you want to make it on your own, right?
Absolutely.
So, we should talk about the taggings that you guys do. The tagging system. It really makes it very easily identifiable for people. The hanging baskets that you have as well.
Yeah, that's how we are tagging our baskets this year. We're trying to make it more consumer friendly, easier for the customer to shop in our greenhouse. So we're tagging our planters and hanging baskets with sun and shade. So you will come in and see our hanging baskets all tagged with either a yellow or orange hanging basket tag or a blue one. Yellow indicating sun and blue for the shade.
That's
so
cool.
You can just look up and know which one suits your location. And if you don't know if you have sun or shade, talk to one of the TERRA people. The TERRA team member can help you identify your location and make it much easier for you to shop on your own and choose what you like.
That's nice. And that's the thing with hanging baskets, you do have to really keep on them with hydration, right? I find you got to keep on top of them. Is there one type of hanging basket easier, the style of the basket itself? You know, some of the plastic containers, some are more the grassy or the mosses. Does one hold water better?
The ones that do have a moss or the cocoa liner, the liner typically will have a plastic lining in it to prevent the wind from going through it, and that will definitely help keep it hydrated. But I mean, we don't know what our summer temperatures will bring, so definitely checking your basket every day and staying on top of it is an asset.
Well, Amy, thank you so much. And again, it's really just awesome to come now and see the color that's here. And this is the weekend, but it continues on all the way through. This is the season, and this is the time everyone waits for. So
it is.
Come and get them now. Well, there's so much to choose from.
There is,
so
absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks for your help and insight.
Oh, no problem.
Good stuff. I'll be shopping soon. All right, we'll be back with more TERRA at Home right after this.
Live color fully at TERRA, where color lives.
It's time to grow a great garden. It's time for Miracle Grow Expand and Grow, the innovative new planting mix. Expand and Grow expands with water, loosening your soil and giving your plant's roots a balanced mix of air, moisture, and Miracle Grow plant food. For up to 3 times the vegetables and flowers. Guaranteed. Miracle Grow, at the root of a great garden.
Welcome back to TERRA at Home. Now we're at a fun little place in Burlington. It's called 4 Cats Art Studio. We're here with Christine McDonald. You own this particular location, and it is so cool. I love the concept of this because I've always loved art myself. And this is art for kids, but real art for kids, not in school, right?
Right.
Tell me about the concept behind this.
The concept behind this is it started in 2005. A lady by the name of Joey Simon is a fantastic artist, and she had a child back in the late 90s that was born prematurely, and the doctors suspected that there might be complications. So she decided to teach him from home. So she did Montessori schooling herself, and then she incorporated this art with him. And people around her, friends and family, were so enamored with his art projects that she decided to go public with it. And right now there's almost 50 across Canada, or in that snack bracket.
Oh, I didn't realize there were that many.
Yeah, it started out in Victoria, BC.
Okay.
And now we're all across Canada.
Oh, you know what? It's such a great idea because I know a lot of times when I was in art in class, and you'll find it here, I'm sure. Once you get into it and the feeling of it, you sometimes it's such a removal from life. You don't want to leave. right?
Oh my God. I love coming to my job every morning.
Right, yeah, because you do, right? Because it really, it's a special place for people, and a lot of us, especially, you know, as adults, but even kids now, kids get on that wheel sort of life too, where they're so busy and they're running around everywhere, that this is just a nice place to be where you can be creative and just get outside of the hectic life. Right, so this is another outlet outside of school, outside of formal school education.
Yeah, and the artwork that the kids do here, they would not be doing in school.
Yeah.
They do very basic art programs at school, whether it's elementary or high school. Here we have very, you know, precise art classes, and they're varied. So right now we're doing we do Artist of the Month classes. So Andy Warhol and Gustav Klimt are what we're studying.
So because you're learning then about
the kids will go home with beautiful artwork which they've created themselves, as well as a wealth of knowledge of that particular artist which we're studying.
And that's something that, you know, kids, you know, are such sponges, because you start at really young ages here. You're accepting kids, right?
Yeah, 2 to 15.
Yeah, so there you go. So, you know, they're absorbing this information. It's amazing what kids will remember. And they will retain that, and all of a sudden that'll come up in art history way down the road, and they're like, I know who that is, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's really great. So let's talk about, you know, if they're coming here as young as 2, up to, you know, mid-teens like that, what are some of the programs that you have?
Well, the 2 and 3-year-olds come with a guardian, so whether it be a parent or a grandparent.
That makes sense.
They'll come here, and we do basic. We try and do, for me anyways, with if I do any classes with parents, I like the kids to have something that they take home each and every day, because if you're working on a big project for a young child, they don't understand the concept of coming back each week.
Yes, they don't get time.
Exactly. So smaller projects they'll work on, and they bring something home, and it's usually a smaller group as well.
Like the little kids that you know, you just we were looking at with the caterpillars, and you know, doing their thing, and I mean, that's just such a great little age group. But again, it's teaching that age group to be instructed by a teacher, which is nice as well. So respect, but social, but also art.
Yeah, so we have lots of different classes here. As I said, the Artist of the Month is one of our most popular ones. We also do mixed media, so the kids will be doing these little caterpillars here, or a papier-mâché. They also do paintings as well in that class. We have drawing classes and painting classes, various things. So, and we try and cater to different age groups as well. So there's always something fun and exciting going on here.
So once you're getting into the teens, you know, a lot of the teens are starting to really maybe take focus in school, and they. So would you find that they're coming here to, again, have another outlet to maybe broaden their horizons in art, because they're not getting that? I guess they're not getting it all in high school. Yeah, we don't have that many teens actually, but the ones that we do have are extremely talented artists for teenagers, and they want to expand on their drawing skills. Yes. Or they want to learn, you know, in drawing again, they want to learn different techniques of shading, of, you know, sometimes it's easy to draw a cartoon character that they see every day, but they can't draw out of their head, they can't draw that same cartoon that they don't that's not sitting right beside them. Right. So that's one thing. And the ones that we have doing our Artist of the Month classes, they are absolutely amazing. Really? So good, yeah. See, I just know like this would be a place that I would have wanted to come to at that age, because again, it's just another place to do it, and again to practice and really, as you say, have the opportunity to try different techniques that you maybe only touched on in school. Yeah. So you can kind of work on that. Now obviously it's a fun place to be. You guys also do parties. Yes. Okay. Our parties are wild. I have a feeling they would, because they involve paint. So how does this whole concept work? Well, our most popular party is the splatter party, and we have a room in the back that basically it's enclosed, and the kids go in there and they splatter paint. So they get a paintbrush, and the canvas is hung on the wall, and they just throw the paint. So they're not trying to paint detail. They're with the little ones, it's complicated to tell them not to touch with their paintbrushes, because most times kids are told to paint on the paper, not on the table, or this way we want them to throw paint on the wall. So it's really fun. And they get really dirty in there. Everywhere, yeah. It does. We tell the parents for the younger kids to wear garbage bags or Crocs or rubber boots, because because they're going to get dirty. But I love the room. I mean, the whole concept. It must be so fun when the kids even just walk in the room and see this paint spot everywhere. And hey, they get really excited, and the parents like it because it's something that the kids would never be able to at home. And as I say, it's enclosed off, so they can go wild and crazy in there, and we have music blaring and. So they each do their own canvas, and the birthday child, we have a very large canvas, over 6 feet long, that sits on the floor, and they get to all participate in painting it. Oh, I love that idea. And there's just some surprises to keep in there. Yeah, and almost parents get it framed, and then it's in the child's room. So we incorporate colors of the child's room when we're picking the colors to do the splatter party. Okay. So that the painting matches the room. Oh, that is a fabulous idea. Okay, so obviously, you know, parents they bring their own birthday cake, their food, and everything like that, and create basically a birthday party that's about an hour and a half, 2 hours long, is it? Or?
Yeah, the instructional period is 1 hour, and then 45 minutes of cake and pizza out here in this classroom.
Oh, cool. That's really great. Now, I love, you're seeing, you know, where we're here, there's art pieces all over the wall. So are these some of your students have done some of these?
Most of them are done by myself and my curator, but there are a few that are from our students.
Yeah, I noticed the one little girl that we were talking to earlier. I mean, she took a little piece home with her that she did. So you can actually get your piece on canvas and... Yeah,
once the kids are finished their artwork, we stretch the canvases here, and then we will put them in the window so that the kids can actually, when they arrive here, they see their artwork is on display. So, and if a child really wants to have their artwork here for a month or so, we have no problem with doing that. Because I think it's really nice. Yeah, on consignment.
Selling it. I love it. Such a great idea. So if someone wants to register for a class, obviously you have a lot of good information on your website. They can go in and look at the workshops and basically give you a call and sign up.
Yeah, and they can do it online. It's much faster online, and it's very self-explanatory, and it's very, very quick. You're welcome to call me, obviously, to register as well, but as I say, online is superb. We're always here for questions. Yeah, it just really makes it just a fun environment for kids to come in, formal classes, and maybe even some parents' classes to come, possibly. Mom's night, yes. Yeah, Mom's night. Oh, that's another show. I love it. So again, we're located here at Burlington, and your website is? www.4cats.com/South Burlington. Yeah, because there are so many locations. So it's right down here in Burlington, and a great place for people to come and be artistic again and really let your kids have another outlet, right? Instead, you know, maybe they play soccer one night and maybe they come here another. So thanks, Christine. It's fun. Thank you for having me. Really great place. All right, we'll be back with more Terra at Home after this.
Come and explore the new Terra, where color lives.
You've sat under them and built forts in them. You've swung from them and fell out of them. You've even fallen in love under them. Trees have always held a special place in our hearts and memories. A natural beauty, trees will grow with you and your family and bring color and nature into your world. For your assurance of quality, look for trees and shrubs with the Medallion plant tag. Medallion plants, locally grown, the pride of Niagara.
Heritage Perennials presents Terra's Perennial Pick of the Week. Veronica First Love launches fluorescent pink flower spikes in early summer. Plant several together for a striking effect. Heritage Perennials. Look for us in the blue pots.
Welcome back to Terra at Home. We're here in our Terra kitchen with Chef Rachel, and I love that we're making something that can be eaten at any time of the day. Yes. It's a breakfast burrito, but you can have it for dinner. Sure. And I love that. Yeah, breakfast for dinner is awesome. Yes. Yeah, I agree. So a little twist on your traditional breakfast, we're making breakfast burritos. Yeah, great. So we have some small whole wheat tortillas. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of a healthy, dish as well, right? Sure. You get the whole wheat tortillas, lots of vegetables. Eggs are good for you. Yes. Apparently, particularly for women, apparently women should have like an egg a day, and we're good to go. Apparently, it's good for us. So you know, a good protein. And people used to shy away from eggs because they're like, oh, there's some saturated fat, but it's sort of cholesterol. It's all good. Right. So in this instance, to make it a little healthier, we're using eight eggs total, but I'm only going to use 4 whole eggs and then do the other 4 whites. Okay. Okay. So so you get more of the egg in there, but not so much. Okay, I was wondering about that. Not as much fat as you would if you did. Especially if you're making something like this where you're stuffing it inside of an omelet, or inside of kind of creating an omelet, but inside of a burrito. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you could do it all egg whites if you want, but we'll just add a couple yolks in there. Okay. Start off with our vegetables. So I just have some onion and red pepper is what I'm going to use. I like how finely you chop that onion. It's nice like that actually, particularly if you're putting it in eggs. You don't really want a big chunk in there, right? Yeah. Kind of like that. Okay. Yeah, I tend to usually cut it up small. The peppers I cut up a little bigger, but yeah, we'll just saute these together.
and then when they're done there, we'll just put them back in that bowl. But we'll just slightly saute these so they're cooked and softened. We can season them with a little bit of salt and pepper. And then in a minute or so, we'll take them out and we can do the eggs just right in this same pan.
Okay. You know, this is a great thing actually as well for families, because you can really, you know, you can kind of adjust to what people like, and it's fun if you ever bring people over, you know, and they're just, it's kind of a different, you know, just a bit of a change on breakfast, as you said. You know, people just sometimes breakfast just gets a little bit boring, and we're supposed to have breakfast.
Yes,
most important meal of the day.
It's definitely get your brain ready for the day, right?
Yep.
So simple scrambled eggs we're going to make. So like I said, I have 4 whole eggs, 4 whites in here that I already did. So we'll just slightly beat those up and we'll add some cheese in there.
Okay.
This is just a mix of white and mild cheddar. But a good substitution would be maybe jalapeno jack cheese. Give it a little bit of spice.
See, that would be good, especially if you're kind of, this is going a little Tex-Mex, right?
Yes.
So kind of nice to add some flavored cheese in there.
Yep, so the cheese of your choice, but this is what I had decided. So we'll just mix some of that in with the eggs. Again, we can season it with salt and pepper. And we'll do up some scrambled eggs in a minute.
Okay, here, I'll mix. I can help.
Thank you. Wonderful. Okay. And then we're also going to add in some tomatoes. So these are just cherry tomatoes that I have quartered, but any tomato diced up or sliced. Some fresh avocado would be nice in there. And then I have some bacon that I've pre-cooked, so you can cook your bacon, you know, in a pan on the stovetop or in the oven. Doesn't take too long till it's the crispiness that you like. I like mine crispy. And then we can add a little more cheese in there if we want, and basically just roll everything.
So you're adding the avocado, you're adding all of that into the pan? Everything together? Or are you putting the avocado in afterwards?
I'm going to put the avocado and the tomato in afterwards.
Okay, that's
fresh and not cooked.
Okay.
Yeah, but we do want to cook our veggies a little bit.
Okay. So
just transfer this back into the bowl that we had them in, and we can just do our eggs in the same pan.
Okay.
And I have some salsa here that we can put inside if you wanted to. You could add a little bit of sour cream as well.
Sure.
And I like a little bit of hot sauce with mine, either to put in or to dip after, so that's an option as well.
Yep.
So the pan on medium-high and scrambled eggs are really easy to make. Just put our egg mixture in there.
Okay.
And when it starts to cook, we'll basically just stir it up and
so I'm curious.
Mix
a lot of people make scrambled eggs differently, right? So you've so you keep moving yours?
I do.
Okay. You know, some people kind of let it sit and then sort of pull it around, but I've noticed some chefs will just kind of keep moving it.
Yeah, just a little, like, I don't want to over mix it by any means, but just kind of to check on it, see how it's doing. We want it to like a medium-high heat, so I'll just leave that for a minute. But when it starts to cook, they don't take very long. Then we'll move it around a bit more.
Okay.
And that's about that. So when everything's ready, we can just put them in the tortillas. The smaller ones are a nice burrito size. So these small ones work.
Not having this mammoth burrito on your plate.
Work
it's like
well.
It's a good size.
Yeah, if you have the big ones, you could definitely make a wrap out of it and cut it up.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you could just cut it in half and do that. That's. Do you warm your wraps up?
I do sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes you can just, you know, kind of cover them up a little bit and put them in the microwave and just give them a little zap.
Yeah,
and it kind of makes them warm. I find it makes them so they're a little more pliable as well. So when you're using them, right, they're softer.
Right, because you don't want them sitting out like I have them for too long, or else they'll go hard,
and then they break when you're trying to roll.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, you just warm them up for a little bit, because if you warm them up too much, they're going to get hard too.
Then they get dried out as well.
Yeah, but that's good, especially for this dish, because you've got your hot eggs and your hot bacon, right?
Yeah, it's always kind of nice too after if you've put them inside. You can also, if you had a panini press, you could zap them like they do at the burrito shops. You know, like give them a quick little, you know, and crisp the outside. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to cook these eggs. We'll come back and we'll put these all together. And again, it's to each his own. All the different options. You could put in whole jalapenos there if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Well, that'd be good. All right. We'll be back with more Terra at Home.
Live colorfully at TERRA, where color lives.
AM 900 CHML is giving you more news when you want it most. Non-stop news weekday mornings 5 till 9, weekday afternoons 3 to 6, with weather and traffic on the 9s. Hear about it first from AM 900 CHML, Hamilton's news talk leader.
Finding it hard to grow grass from seed in shaded areas, along the driveway, and where the kids play? Try Scott's Turf Builder Easy Seed, a high-performance mix of Scott's best grass seed, fertilizer, and a super absorbent growing material that helps keep seeds moist. Now you can get a thick, green Scott's lawn even if you've never been successful with other seed before. Scott's Turf Builder Easy Seed grows grass anywhere, guaranteed. And try new Easy Seed Dog Spot Repair to eliminate pet damage.
Welcome back to TERRA at Home, and we are just completing our breakfast burritos with Chef Rachel. And so the eggs are cooked?
Yes. Yep.
Salsa first?
I think a little bit of salsa on the bottom.
All right.
And then we'll do eggs to hold everything together.
So again, you already included the cheese in with the eggs, so that's kind of a nice, but you could also put more in, right?
Yeah, I think we might put a little bit more in.
Sure.
Okay, then our peppers and onions.
That's a nice addition, actually, I think, because there's a lot of flavor that's going to come from the onions and the peppers.
Okay,
that's good.
A little bit of tomato, sprinkle that in.
Okay.
Some cheese.
Just a reminder, of course, you can always find these recipes on our website, terragreenhouses.com. And again, all of Chef Rachel's recipes are on there. And of course, this is great because you can adapt it to your own tastes. And you can put ham, you can put bacon, you can
sausage maybe.
Sausage, that's a good idea. Yeah.
So a little bit of bacon. Well, this is a full burrito.
You know what I always find with burritos when you're stuffing them, I get so excited I put way too much stuff in them.
And
then it's
they're
just a
hard
big
to
mess.
roll.
But it's okay. And I think that the nice thing about this, again, very healthy. In addition, we've added avocado, and it's just it gives it color, it looks good, but it tastes good, and it adds an extra kind of Mexican flavor.
Yeah, it's nice and fresh too.
Very good.
Okay, there we go.
These are perfect.
And then basically we just want to, if you can, roll it up. They're not the best, to present, but it does not look good.
It looks so
colors.
good though. So you don't attempt to try to roll all the ends in, do you?
Not with ones that are this small. But if you have the bigger shells,
then you can do that.
Shells, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah.
You can roll in the ends, do it up, and then cut it.
Toothpick. That's what we need.
Yeah, toothpick. For this, basically, you're just you're getting it all together. You can put stuff out like this, right, and make up your own, and then when it's ready.
Very good. Yeah. Thanks, Chef Rachel. And these are perfect, easy, any time of the day meal. That's it for us. TERRA at Home. We'll see you again on Saturday mornings.
Live colorfully at TERRA, where color lives.